Hey Stan, this is Christian here to take down your Jeep 904 transmission. I went ahead and took the tail housing off before recording because all it is just it takes me time to take it off because most of the time you got to wrench everything off, so it'd be pretty boring for me to film that. But hopefully you can hear me just fine. Sometimes I have problems with the microphone, but hopefully you can hear me just fine. Let me go ahead and get into it. Pretty much, I remember you telling me that it started slipping, had some issues there, so we'll see what's going on. It don't really sound like much. It just sounds like just the common stuff that goes wrong with these transmissions. Done one just like this out of a Jeep a couple months ago. Done some other 904s also, but done one just like this in a Jeep a couple months ago. Right now I'm just getting out all the bolts, just getting things out of my way, such as the tail housing, all that. Kind of just talk through it. Now I gotta get this out. These are always, no matter what you do, just different size bolts. Things like Chrysler. Whenever they put these in, they just pick up what bolts are on the shelf. It seems like sometimes. But Ford and Chevy does the same thing. Right now I'm just getting the kick down and your selector linkage off now, so that way when I get to the valve body, you don't have to mess with this. All you do is just take them, loosen them up, do like a little screwdriver, put it in between the grooves here. Pop right off just like that. That little groove right there. Just kind of get your screwdriver, flathead screwdriver in between there, kind of wedge it in there with the hammer, spreads it out. Then you can just lift it right off. And then when you go to tighten it back up, when you go back in with it, it just tightens itself back up to where it's supposed to go. Wrench this one out. Basically what you do is just break it loose. Break the bolt loose. Just like the other one. You can see there's like a little groove right there where the bolt is. Spread it apart a little bit. And there you go. Just pops right out. Well, if you're ever working on linkage or something, I'm not sure if you've done it before. Just kind of a easy thing to do. And then we've got the band strut. And it's going to be a 19 or 3/4. You just take it out. Oh, if you're wondering where I'm sticking stuff, you probably can't see, but let me turn it around here. Get this out. Strut. See over here that green parts washer, putting all the little parts and things. Everything inside, including the little parts, will be cleaned up. Only thing I can do to the outside is just kind of wipe it off a little bit. as best I can. It's more important to get the inside clean anyway. I don't have a cooker like I did when I had a shop or anything like that, so I just be up front and tell everybody that. Clean the outside up that well. Kind of like use like a little extension. I'm working. Makes it a little easier. That way you're being not always right up close with everyone because you get a snag and pinch your hand. Hopefully you can see me. Sorry if I'm in your way. Sometimes I might have to get in your way when I'm getting stuff out. There's a 13mm bolts, half-inch bolts, whatever you want to call them. Them over there. Just give this a little turn. Just kind of break that gasket loose. And there's your pan. A lot of black to it, a lot of burnt, a lot of metal. Most of the time that comes from your torque converter. So hopefully that's all that is. We're going to change the converter anyway. So hopefully we don't see anything else that'll give us a surprise inside. So we'll put this down here, over there in my cart, get it out of the way. Get your valve body off. Basically get all your 3/8 bolts when it's scoot you in closer so you can see. Probably rearrange you a bunch of times. You're going to hear me say kit a lot too, because a lot of things do come in a kit. Seals, O-rings, all that stuff. Your filter will get replaced with a new filter. Put these bolts over here to get cleaned up. That don't come in the kit. Get a new pan gasket. That does come in the kit. Always put your stuff, all your old parts or your gaskets and things over to the side in case people want to see them. Sometimes people want to see them, sometimes they don't. But if you want to take it home with you, that's fine. If you don't want it, then I just throw it away. This is your valve body. Now this being the 1990s, it's probably got most of the updates already done to it. Because I'm sure it's been out before. And it may not have. Once I go through this valve body, I'll find out. But I do all the factory updates that come in the kit. The factory updates do come in the kit. So I'll go through this valve body, take all the valves out, clean it up real good, change out some of the springs in them, and put it back together. So let's set it over here. Now you can see some of your parts here inside. This is the accumulator. Let me bend this down just a little bit here. Alright, this is your accumulator. Most of the time these are just fine. You've got cylinder rings right here. That comes in your kit. That'll get replaced. You'll get new cylinder rings on it. See, it's just a Teflon ring is all it is. But they wear out over time, so you get a new one in it. So we'll just set this over here before it can be cleaned up. Here's your band strut for your second gear. And it's fine too. Every great once in a while you'll see them bent, not that often, but sometimes they do bend over time. But it takes a lot to bend these, believe it. Believe it or not, it does take a lot to bend them, but I can't say I haven't seen them bent. I have before. So that's just fine. So that's your band. There's your sun shell. Here's your reverse band. I'm going to check all that out too. And this is your pistons right here that will come out. And they have sealing rings just like your accumulator did. When I go to build it, take all this out, clean it all up, get the bores all cleaned out, sand it up, and change out all your sealing rings. Tilt this a little bit, this oil out. Now we're going to go into the transmission, and I got a tool to get this out. Yeah. Almost time for me to change this tool. They used to make them better back in the day, but they're really thinned out and they break a lot easier. But they're only, this tool here, your pump tool that you hardly ever use anyway, they're only like, I've gotten them for like $15 before. But and this one's about ready to be replaced because it's kind of bending up a little bit. Hasn't broke on me yet, which I really probably need to go ahead and get one just in case it breaks on me all of a sudden. Just tighten that up. It's just a 10mm bolt, top and bottom. It's tight. Just tighten it up with your fingers best you can, then you finish it off with a wrench. Get it tied up. Or getting it tight. Can't speak today. You get a wrench. This back here clamps down onto the stator part of the pump. And then you've got this that pushes against the input shaft. And that's what helps get the pump out. Like I said, you really don't have to use these much anymore. Newer transmissions have their own other special ways of getting them out. Sometimes you just knock them a couple times and they'll just come right out. These older ones, you still got to use this tool. As you can see, it's starting to come out. Just breaking. You hear that crunching sound. It's just breaking apart that gasket and thing, because over time it just heats up and starts to fall apart. Just give it a tug like that. Sometimes it's coming out with it, sometimes you don't. In this case, it's coming out with it. So let me get the tool back off here and we'll go through the pump. For a minute, make sure you can see good here. So it's 13mm or 1/2 inch. Here's your gasket that'll get replaced that comes in your kit. gasket get cleaned up. Here's your pump stator. It's fine, no grooves in it. It's a really good pump. There's cylinder rings right here. They're metal. One of them apart for you. You can see it better. See that right there. We'll get a new one in the kit. It's a washer. Everything's fine in there. No grooves. Here's your pump body with your gears. Gears are just fine. Pump body's fine. Here's the pump O-ring that'll get replaced. It's in your kit. Your front seal gets replaced with a new one. And even though that looks good, that you can see that brass part, that's your bushing, pump bushing. Always put a new one in it. It can cause leakage there. Even though it looks good, there could be a crack in it or something. So I just always like to change them. That comes in. It comes in the kit anyway. So check your drums out here. This is your forward drum. It's your input shaft. It does have an O-ring, or not an O-ring, I'm sorry, a washer. And it's just fine. These washers are usually fine. There's some cylinder rings right here. You can see that. There's an orange one right there. There's a black metal one, and there's one at the very bottom. That'll get replaced. Let's see what your clutches look like here. Let me get in here. These are your clutches and your steels. They are bad. This bottom plate's fine. And then you've got a top plate that's fine. These in the middle are your steels and clutches. You can see they're burnt up. So you're going to need some steels and clutches that come in the kit. So they're replaced now. Right down in here is a piston. It's got lip seals in it. I'll take it apart, clean it up real good, put new seals in it, put it all back together. Now we'll just set it over to the side of the cart. This is your direct drum. It comes on in third gear and reverse. In any transmission, you're always going to have two things that come on there in reverse. You're always going to have a direct drum, and you're going to have one of two things, a band or a set of clutches. Dodge, Chrysler, whatever you want to call them, Jeep, they pretty much always have a band. Sometimes they'll have a set of clutches, but most of the time you've got yourself a little reverse band. But this is your direct clutch. This is where your band wrapped around, and it's fine. Burnt a little bit, but what I do is I just take some sandpaper, just buff it all out, and it's fine. These steels don't look as bad as the others. They're burnt a little bit, but not as that bad. But they'll get replaced anyway because when I get the kit, they come with steels. Same way inside this one, you've got a piston. That I'll take out once I build it. Aluminum piston, it's got lip seals on it. They get taken out, cleaned up, and put back together. Now we'll just set it to the side. Keep checking my green light, make sure you can hear me. I've had it go off sometimes. And this is your intermediate second gear band. And as you can see, as expected, it's burnt. how you got these black rings around it. And it's worn thin. It's probably don't really pick it up good on the camera. So we've already discussed that. That's your one of your common things that needs to be replaced. Alrighty, let's get the rest of it out here. Get yourself washers and a shim. Those are always fine. Put them over to the side. Now right here, not sure if you can see that green snap ring right there. Hopefully you can see it. But I got to get it out so that way I can get the rest of everything else out. Usually it pops right out. I say usually. Sometimes it gives you a fit. But this is open enough to where you can see it. Sorry if I'm getting in your way. Alright. Don't want to pop off and go flying off on us. That's a snap ring, slow snap ring, metal snap ring. They never go bad. Put it over to the side to get it cleaned up. Basket. Right here, this is your front planet, front ring gear setup. Some washers. It's also got a shim on it and a washer. They get taken apart, cleaned up. It's really nothing there, just the gears. But I like to clean them up real good. And they're always fine. Side. Here's your sun gear, or sorry, sun shell. Input sun gear, output sun gear, and you've got a washer also right there, and it's fine. Everything there is fine. Now, washer out. This is your rear ring gear. Hopefully I called that other one the right one. It's the front ring gear and front planet. This is your rear ring gear and rear planet. They're always fine, along with, it's got washers that goes in between them, metal washers, and they're fine. Set them to the side there. Now, we've got this. There is another snap ring right there. That we'll get this up. We'll be able to get this out. And what this is just, all it is just a drum that your reverse band wraps around. Snap rings in there. Might have to get in your way a little bit on this one. Watch me sweat. There we go. Got it out. And that's what that is. So, it hardly ever goes bad too. Now we just kind of sometimes your output shaft. That's what you get in. It's your output shaft. You got cylinder rings there. This is your governor that will be taken apart and updated. Do the updates that come in the kit for it. And it's fine. It's always fine. It's just a big old hunk of steel. Well, we'll set that to the side. Get this out. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. That's alright. always just fine. You see some rings there, that's from your band riding around it, and it's fine. This is your low reverse band, and it is burnt. As you can see there, hopefully. Like I said, I'll save all this for you because it might be easier to see in person, but you can see that's burnt. A lot of it's worn down. So, I'll save that for you to look at. This here is your low roller. I already know it's good because as I was taking it apart, I can hear it making the squealing sound, and that means it's good. It's good and tight. So those usually are just fine. So just lay it to the side, and that's pretty much it, Dan. Nothing out of the ordinary that I've seen. Like I said, you're gonna need your kit with steels, both your bands, filter, your updates, your torque converter. Your torque converter, I will find out Monday when I call all this stuff in. Sorry it took me a day late. Around here it kind of got hectic yesterday. Today's Saturday. I planned on having you down by Friday. But anyway, sorry I'm a day late in getting it down. But Monday I'll call these parts in. Usually they have the parts in stock. The only thing that's questionable sometimes on these 904s is they may take a few extra days to get in. So, but when I call them on Monday, excuse me, when I call them on Monday, I'll shoot you a text, tell them where we're at on the status of the parts, and if I can get them right away, either same day or by the next day, you're looking at probably Tuesday, Wednesday having you done. If I got to wait a little longer on the converter, I use the converter that, especially the new one that comes with it, to line up the pump. I always do that on all my transmissions. It works out better that way. So that may put us a few days behind, but I will let you know definitely for sure on Monday once I call him and get this called in. If you have any questions or anything, Stan, just feel free to send me a text, call me, whatever you want to do. And I'll get this video uploaded to you. It probably takes a few hours, especially being out here in the country, to get it uploaded and sent to you. So today you'll get it definitely for sure. But like I said, if you have any questions, anything like that, just give me a holler. Talk to you later, buddy. You have yourself a good weekend.